Hey guys, yeah, I'm someone here. We got big news today for Pokemon. News came in this morning of a possible trademark filed for a couple games called Pokemon Sun and Moon. Now, as you can see here, I'm on Cerebi on Twitter because this is how I found out of it myself. Actually, first it was Relisify that notified me to it. I was like, what the heck, Pokemon Sun and Moon? And then I went to Cerebi and found the rest of the information. So as you can see here, I don't know if my cursor is captured, but it's highlighted. Various website domains for Pokemon Sun and Moon have been registered by Nintendo America and Europe. So that kind of helps prove it. Now here are the actual. I don't know which ones the trademarks are. I think it was this one. I guess we'll figure out. Um, yeah, this is the internal market. This is the Office for Harmonization. We're gonna look up Pokemon. Let's see what we find. Um, all right, so this is Neo Genesis, which I don't remember what this was for. This was back in 2001, so I believe this was Ruby and Sapphire. Of course, got the logo there, Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Um, Again, the logo, Dream Radar, Conquest, Learn with Pokemon Typing Adventure. This was back in 2012. I don't remember seeing that game, actually. X and Y are here, as you can see. Now, pay attention here to the owner information. I'll highlight here. Now, you'll notice when I get to Sun and Moon that you have identical owner ID numbers, as well as owner names. So let's go ahead and head on down. You continue a little bit past Bank, Link Battle, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, Shuffle, Rumble World, and finally you get to Moon and Sun. Now, I'll highlight it again. These are the exact same owner ID numbers and owner names as the previous titles. Now, what that basically tells me is that there's a possibility here that these are legit. While I'm still characteristically, like on an unrelated note, I'm kind of like confused, I guess you could say, on this. Now, do I think that these are legit? As a possibility, with these being in existence and apparently websites, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate it up here. Pokemon-sun.com. It'll direct us straight to the Pokemon US website if it loads. There it goes. So that kind of shows also some stuff's going on in the works. In my opinion, do I think this could be a spin-off or a Gen 6.5? I apologize for the Java update. My computer is always asking me for that. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Do I think this could be a Gen 6.5 or a Kalos spinoff? No. With the titles being so unrelated to the previous generations, I honestly think it's an early coming for Gen 7. And I think that based on that, there was also a leaked list of Gen 6.5 Pokemon. I'm going to try to go find it real quick. I'm going to reverse, or apparently not. Let's go back to Twitter. There we go. It was a revealed list back a few weeks ago. See if I can find it. Let's keep her going. Keep her going. Nope, that's not it. It was leaked just a few days before this. Oops, looks like it first. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, keep her going. Oh, there we go. Come on. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, since I can't seem to find it, I'm going to go to Google, and I'm going to look it up straight from there. New list of leaked Pokemon. See if that pops up. Oh, apparently not. Alright, new list of leaked Pokemon. There's a video here by Tyranitartube that went over it a little bit. Let's see if I could find it. Let's see. Well, I can't seem to find it very easily. So what I'm going to do instead is look up more specifically 6.5. Maybe that'll help out a little bit. There it is. This is on the Lake Valor website. Let's see what we get. So, this is the number 722, which is right after Volcanion, to 791. Each Pokemon has its order in the National Dex. It's named in Romanji, English letters, Japanese phonetics. Its typing and its classification is down here. So let's take a look at what we got. So we got Ringo Mushi, the fruit maggots, which is bug and grass. Now that kind of that typing sounds very familiar to me. I think Parasect or what was the other one? I forgot the other one. The I don't remember, but either way, they had this. I think they had this typing. Now, Bug and Dark, I believe, is also a familiar typing with Koki Berry and Gomi Berry. That's obviously an evolution line. With a Doro Ino and Dori and no, apologize if I butcher this. Doro Inoko and Dino Shishi. They're both ground types and they're both classified as the mud bass species. Anoa Akua is the watering hole. It's obviously a water type. Akua Noa is also the watering hole Pokemon. It's also with a water type. Now this is what's going to be interesting. 730 and 731. If you can't see it, I can't highlight it really. But they are the Fairy Dust Pokemon and the Fairy Ring Pokemon, and they're Fairy and Poison types. Now, that's basically going to be very similar to Spiritomb, which I know way too well. That's basically virtually has no weakness. I don't know about if... what I'm wondering now is, would it be super effective against Ground type and Steel type still? It probably would still be affected by those, so it probably doesn't virtually have no weaknesses. On paper, it looks pretty stout with this design here, the typing. Now, of course, you got Beiki Momen. I don't want to say that name. I don't even want to bother. And Futobake, or Futobake, or whatever it's called. The Thread Sheet and Bed Pokemon. Now, I remember reading something that Tyranitar Tube said once. They're based on some sort of Japanese myth. I think it was Japanese myth. That, like, there was a haunted thread sheet and bed thing that would go around killing people at night, or whatever. This IE Soupy Instinct Pokemon, the Prudence, the Conscience Pokemon, Uber Ihiku. I kind of have a joke here for that one. I'll save it for later when it's actually announced. Chirahura, that's an interesting name. Ice and Flying types. You go down, you've got Pepimento. I would think that he wouldn't be a grass type. Oh, I get it. He's the mild Pokemon. That's funny. Pepanero. That's also pretty funny. Grass and fire type. This is another one of those weird typings that's weak to each other, but it's kind of funny. Koryu and Nidoragon, which are both dragon and steel type. They're obviously, their typing is very similar to Dialga. In that sense, you got two poison lizards. You got a fire, and another fire and water, the Hyrodiu. Hot Spring Pokemon. Now that's somewhat familiar to the typing of Volcanion, which is interesting. You also have H2O Ta, which is the compound Pokemon, electric and water, psychic and electric, ice and normal, ice and dark. You get a lot of awkward typings like rock and poison. The virus Pokemon, that would seem something like a steel type or something, but nope, it's a rock type. But well, of course, Jingensen. You got rock and fighting types, which I don't believe are not unheard of. The Steel and Fairy. Now, Magirna, or otherwise known as Magiana in this list. That'll be an interesting one to look at as well, because it is, of course, Steel and Fairy, which I didn't know the Fairy part existed. I knew the Steel part had to exist. I mean, just the design. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. So that's the apparent list of Gen 6.5 Pokemon. So do I think these are real? Now, these are leaks, and I've seen these on several different sites. That doesn't confirm it entirely for me. I need proof that is truly from Nintendo or Cerebi or Felicify or whoever that's like in the know of Pokemon for me to believe these are true. And so far, the only YouTubers I've seen that have mentioned this are Felicify, PDN Wendell, I think is his name, and Tyranitar Tube. The only ones I've seen, at least. I know there's probably more out there, including myself now. But, just looking at this list tells me that everything's going to be pretty neat for next generation. If it is even Gen 6.5. If it's Gen 7, that makes it even better. And, of course, that would work pretty well with all these Pokemon being right after a Volcanion, because that would be very in cycle, I guess you could say. And Magirna being the last ones. Now, in my opinion, I think these three right here, Abushi, Johuru, and Kanshioni will be the legendaries for Moon and Sun, if these are the Pokemon that are in the list. They be interesting set of typing for the legendaries in that list. So that's basically the list right now. Now, again, these are the Japanese names. Now, these have yet to be translated in English, to my knowledge. But anyway, like and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take